I benefit Denny's is giving my service as far as working, washing dishes, cleaning up around the restaurant, serving coffee, seating the guests, and just being noticeable.
Goodwill has been very, very instrumental in helping us out with this, and the tax credits are very helpful, and for who we have in the job and the job that we need to get done, he's worked out great. I would not hesitate in a minute to hire anyone else if a job came up where I needed somebody.
And Goodwill Industries' mission is to provide vocational evaluation, counseling, testing, job training, job development programs for the purposes of enhancing a person's with a disability's ability to work. The goal of all of the services is to make our clients as self-reliant as they are able to be.
Our business works so people can. For 20 years, Goodwill Industries has been a community leader in the business of training people with disabilities for employment. A group of volunteers serve on the Business Advisory Council for Goodwill Industries. Their input helps to keep the program in tune with the needs of today's rapidly changing businesses. In a moment, you'll meet a few of these successfully trained and employed clients and their supervisors. Each client has completed specialized and on-site training provided by Goodwill Industries staff. One of the supervisors, Tom Cornett, is vice president of Encore Industries. Because his company is experiencing very rapid growth, Tom has little time to hire and train new employees. He began using Goodwill Placement Services in early 1987 when he hired Dan Vandermolen.
For another year, and then I got into Goodwill Industries, went through their program as electronics assembly, learning about diodes and resistors and capacitors and heat shrink tubing and stuff like that. And then I was out of there for about 2 months, and then I came here at Encore. I became involved because they had the electronics courses, and I like working with my hands. I feel better about myself if I'm doing something with my hands and my mind rather than just sitting behind a machine punching out pieces every day.
The Goodwill Industries program has been very impressive program to us, primarily because of their screening that they do to their employees before they come in to fit the employer's needs. With us, we had some special requirements, special reading skills, special dexterity skills that the employees would have to be able to do or to maintain. And they did a real good job of screening these employees. Before they'd come over for an interview, we would have a good backup knowing what their disability was, knowing what limitations that we may have as far as an employer employing these people, and they seem to fit our requirements almost exactly.
Businesses in the service industry have a history of higher turnover than many other industries. Goodwill Placement Services can help them curb that turnover. Steve Bilecki and Linda McDonald are both employed at the Amway Grand Plaza Hotel. They consider themselves fortunate to be working and are proud of their contributions to the hotel.
Well, as a houseman at Amway Grand Plaza Hotel, I do 3 things. I make guest runs for the guests. I'm in charge of supplies for the maids, and I stock their carts and take their trash at the end of the day and give them glasses. I think I do a real good job because it benefits on the guests, because they know if we do a good job, because they'll come back. If everybody's doing their correct job and doing it right, they'll come back. If the hotel's clean, they'll come back. Housekeeping? Well, after 3 weeks of basic training on janitorial cleaning, our 4th week we go out to a job once they find us a job. And we work on a job. The first week they pay us, the first week. After that, if they like our service and our job, they hire us.
With us, the learning disabled and stuff like that want to work. They, want to please. Like, I want to please. I'm always a person that I do more than what I'm supposed to. And that, like, I'll come on my days off and stuff like that. I don't mind it. And that'll come in, clean. I don't talk. I might listen to the radio and clean my rooms. I'm used to clean. I love to clean. I love to be around people. So with Goodwill, they helped me get through here at the hotel. I've always wanted to work at the Amway. So they helped me there, which I'm real glad because the people are good. They're just like family. They treat everybody as equal. Nobody's bigger than the other or, you know, and stuff like that, which is good because I blend in. They don't even know what how I got here. Us at Goodwill feel like we deserve a job. We can do better and give us a break. That's all we want, just to show our stuff.
So many times employees come in and they think if I can just get this job to get that car, to get that apartment, to pay for tuition, then I'll get the job I really want. Well, the difference with Goodwill employees has been they're looking for a career. They're looking for an opportunity to prove themselves, and they're planning on being here for the next 20, 30 years. They're planning on retiring at the Grand Plaza. So that's been a benefit. You also get a different feeling when you're working with those employees because they're really interested and they give you a lot of creative ideas. Some of the suggestions and comments that we get from those employees have been responsible for big changes within the departments. The paperwork that has to be done for targeted jobs tax credit or on-the-job training funding, I have never spent more than 5 or 10 minutes in signing that paperwork and going over that paperwork. We have not gone into anything that has been costly.
Thank you. Goodwill trainees benefit by gaining skills to become independent and compete in today's labor market. The businesses benefit by having trained, qualified employees who are pre-screened and pre-tested.
I work at Denny's on Plainfield, and my job is to wash dishes, but not only to wash dishes, I also make sure the floors are clean, the bathrooms are clean, the different rooms in the back of the house are clean, and generally stay up on dishes. The way I benefit Denny's is giving my service as far as working, washing dishes, cleaning up around the restaurant, serving coffee, seating the guests, and just being noticeable and try to get along with all my co-workers.
One of the best things about the program is you bring the people in, they send people out to work with them, train them on the job. They also pre-train them before they even come to the restaurant. We get to observe their performance for a while and then decide whether we actually want to hire them on as an employee. So if this is a person that doesn't work out, it's cost-free to us. It doesn't cost us anything. If it's someone that does work out, we've got training paid for us, and we've got some productivity out of them for free before we ever start the program. The other thing I've found working with the people from the program, they tend to be very conscientious, and they're grateful to have a job, and they really want to do well. They really want to please the employer, so we're impressed with them.
One of the myths about persons with disabilities is that they require separate work standards. Joe Wawirna, as one person, was proving that this is just a myth. Joe began working at the Amway Corporation as a custodian and has progressed to a line operator in the cosmetics packaging plant.
I work at Amway Corporation for cosmetics for the line operator. As a line operator, I have to perform certain quality tests for a quality product. So the company can sell it.
Joe has to have a mechanical aptitude, he has to be organized, and he has to be very quality conscious, okay? And he has to work in a safe manner also. But the big thing in respect to the job description is the fact that he does have to have a relatively good mechanical aptitude. When people hire disabled or handicapped per se people, I think they should keep somewhat of an open mind versus thinking disabled or handicapped is taboo, because there are a lot of jobs in the manufacturing area and in a custodian area in which Joe started that these people can do. But the biggest thing is patience. People have got to have a little more patience with them. But Joe's doing a good job. Couldn't be happier.
Companies in heavy industry often are reluctant to hire a trainee through Goodwill. They believe the job won't get done and that disabled people are too slow. The fact is that with proper screening and training, job performance is not sacrificed.
When the job coach comes in, basically they help organize, prioritize for the new prospective employee what his job will be, get him organized into a routine, a daily routine. We set up an outline of what we would like that person to do, and the job coach comes in to help us do that. I personally don't have time where a job coach can be with that person all day. Really right now, the only thing that I have him trained on at all is the pneumatic nail gun that we use to put the skids together with, staple gun used for the skid area, and the circular saw that we use back in that area. And that was just so he knows how to run it. Anybody I bring into the plant, though, and put in that job gets the same training that he did on that. That I did take the time out to do, but as far as his routine in the plant that we set up for him as a daily schedule, the job coach was instrumental in that, because I never would have had the time for that. The Goodwill Industries helped us a lot in that I really don't need someone that I can bounce around the plant and get into the production areas. I need someone that I can have every day come in and clean the plant, because the guys in the shop are so busy that they don't have the time every day to do that. We tried to go with it first, having the guys in the plant clean their own areas up, but it ended up that we were using so much production time to do that that it wasn't worth our while. We get someone in here to do that job specifically as a custodian, and it saved us a lot of time, a lot of money as far as the tax credits go. And like I say with the job coach, that just, it was easy. It made the whole thing easy. So when Dean came in, we needed someone desperately in that job, and he has worked out perfectly in the job.
Basically, Goodwill tries to help people out with learning disabilities, place them on a job and give them a fighting chance to make something out of their life. I mean, you're handicapped, you don't... I got a learning disability, I don't figure I'm handicapped. I mean, I'm able to work, but I want to get out there and work and make something out of my life. I don't feel that I should be sitting around the house all day feeling sorry for myself and stuff like that. I like to get out there and work and try to make something out of myself. Goodwill helps out on that part. Great program.
There are many good reasons to hire Goodwill trainees: to reduce turnover, help cut tax liability, and show your company to be a socially conscious business. And there are many other good reasons.
I think the most convincing reason, or the most compelling reason, to hire a person from Goodwill Industries is that in the long run, you will end up with a good employee. We are very confident of that. Again, through our ability to do pre-screening, pre-testing, and actually training people for specific jobs at a specific company, and then providing the follow-up, through that whole process, we are, again, very confident that we will provide someone with a good employee. And that just makes good sense to business, to hire employees that will be trained coming in, and employees that will be with the company for quite some time. And all of our research, not only done by us, but research done by lots of folks across the whole country, has proven that people with a disability will have fewer workers' comp claims. People with a disability will have better attendance records, and people with a disability will stay at a job longer than the quote-unquote normal employee. And to me, those are some pretty good incentives.
The bottom line is that Goodwill Placement Services is beneficial for your company. Goodwill Industries. Our business works, so people can.